What's up, guys? Welcome back to Jimmy Talks. Let's just get right into it. Right away, everybody feels something different, and everybody thinks the air has changed, the vibe has changed, everything is just different. It feels a little bit heavier. You know, I don't want to go and talk about Charlie Kirk nonstop and like Cole posting, which is like it's Twitter slang for like making bad posts. Or trying to grift off of it, because that's definitely not what I do. But anyways, I do want to put this out there. So you may not remember it. You may have kind of just, I was a kid back then, so maybe it was just because of that. But 2008, 2012, 2016, it was like a lot more memes, and like politics was just like some boring suit shit. A lot of people didn't even really care about it. The majority of people didn't. I think so. But that time seems like a lifetime ago. And, politics even had like a little like joke to it. It's like, oh, you care about politics? Some fucking nerd. But anyways, it seems like it didn't really matter. But now we're in a new era. We just seen a recorded assassination. Karen on Facebook, the boomer, is going off about how it's the Democrats, and the blue-haired girl is saying how it's all the Republicans are Nazis. And everybody has a little fucking stupid opinion on everything, and they don't really know what's going on. But, we're in a time where a guy gets shot in the neck on stage in front of a crowd, and you had people celebrating immediately. You had people online celebrating it. They're losing their jobs, rightfully so. Yeah, there is freedom of speech, and then there's being a piece of trash celebrating someone who died. He had 2 children and a wife, and he was 31 years old. And they're celebrating it. They're the only people celebrating it. It's fucking insane. We also have evil, satanic inspired shooters shooting schools up, and it's like people are just getting used to it. People are becoming numb to things that we shouldn't accept in a society, a free society. In the free society, that doesn't call for terrorism and celebrating domestic terrorism. Do I really have to fucking say that? And again, you go and ask these people, what's the blame for this? You ask normies, you ask fucking NPC in real life bots, they'll be like, it's the left, it's the right. And it kind of is the left to an extent, but it's deeper than that, right? It's the Democrats, it's the Republicans. It's just fucking stupid shit. It's designed to start infighting, to keep you distracted from the background. I'm looking past the stage, and I try to tell you all to do so as well. Or I'm trying to tell you who is writing the script here. I can't say their names. I can just say that they're the Brazilians, not the actual country, the Brazilians, before someone comments that. Okay, just Google it. Why do people call a certain country Brazil? What's the Brazilian internet slang term mean? But anyways, we all know who I'm talking about. Patterns don't lie. And so the big question is, what now? Anyways, next, disregarding all of that, what is next? Where do we go from here? What is next for us, the people who actually see what's happening? Everybody, really. I'm not here to just list off horrible things and leave you feeling hopeless and clueless and with a sense of despair and defeat, because that's what they want. I'm here to help you all get grounded. We need to see our situation for what it is and figure out the real risk and start taking practical steps to protect ourselves. That is the core value of this mission, of this video, of this channel. So let's be logical. Let's be clear-eyed. 1 + 1 = 2. That's simple. It's simple math. We're seeing these high-profile attacks, one happen one after another, +1. So more violence is to continue, equals 2. Just today, I saw a report about explosive devices being planted under a news van in Utah. When you see this level of heat and this much tension followed by real violence, the conclusion isn't hard to reach. This isn't going to stop. There's going to be more violence. It's just getting started. More is coming. Whether it's a guy by himself or it's a coordinated attack by a group, the effect is still the same. It's meant to terrorize us. So it's pretty obvious. Some people aren't even hiding their intentions anymore. When I say that more violence is to come, it's just a reality. We have political commentators on the left like Destiny and Hassan calling for more violence. We have elected officials in Congress who couldn't even be bothered to stand for a moment of silence for Charlie Kirk. The disrespect is just out in the open now. So here's the thing. You can't control what these people do. You can only control how you respond. That's where your power lies. So let's get into that. First off, the threat level is high. If you're out there speaking your mind, like outside, man on the street style videos like Charlie Kirk did, Myron Gaines does it too, you're a target. It's that simple. That means you have to start thinking about security differently. You need to be doing risk assessments constantly, almost without thinking about it. Is this event safe? Should I take a different route home? What's the crowd like? Do I have a big following? Yes or no? For people with a public profile, this is even more critical. Doing a simple interview might require a security team now. That's more than just guys standing behind you. Maybe even a drone overhead for surveillance. This is the world we live in now. And also, let's be real. Standing for what you believe in now comes with a price. It could mean getting doxxed. It could mean getting harassed. Oh, I know this guy's address. I'm going to send pizzas to his house. I'm going to drive by and honk my horn, which is relatively harmless, but still, you could get the worst fate, and that is death. Physically attacked. That's the reality. So your response has to be total. Get in the gym. Get strong. Get your concealed carry permit and train with your weapon. You need to also wipe down your digital footprint. You need to lock down your social media. Everything's on private. Details that don't need to be shared with people shouldn't be shared. Like if you have where you work on your Facebook or something or your Instagram, delete it. Please, I'm asking you to delete it. Don't have your location on there. The people who know you and who have you on social media, they add you, they follow you or whatever, if they actually know you, then they already know. You don't need to put that, you don't need to broadcast that out there. You should even try to use a service like Delete Me or optout.com. It's something like that. Get your information off these like data broker websites because all these companies just make money off your data. That's a whole entire different thing. But like digital security is just the same as physical security nowadays. Your online security is just as important as your physical security. Also, disregarding security a little bit, maybe you could lump this in with security. I don't know. But I wanted to put this out there about these apps that people go on all the time. Telegram, Discord, stuff like that. A lot of the violence gets planned here. We know that the Kirk shooter was on there and he was talking to people about what he was going to do. Discord says he wasn't, but we know that the people who run Discord they're all about that certain kind of ideology. So they're trying to cover their asses. So the shit's not a game. These platforms are becoming radicalization machines. And if you've got kids or younger siblings on there, you should probably just have a serious talk with them. Tell them to get out of any server or group or whatever that's promoting violence. Block, report, move on. Probably doesn't do anything when you report them given the nature of Discord, but it's something. Get away from this shit. Don't let them fucking engage with this. Check up on your family. But also, that's just two of the threats we have. Here's a third one. It's not just physical threats. It's not just digital security. It's not just Discord or Telegram. We have a war on our minds. This is called fifth generation warfare. I won't go through first, second, third, fourth. If you're interested, go look it up, see what the differences are between them. But a part of fifth generational warfare is information war, psychological operations. They're using psychological operations and fake news to mess with your head. AI deepfakes are the big one right now that people fall for sometimes. Not like your Facebook boomer uncle sees some obvious AI shit and they fall for it. I mean like really good sophisticated shit. They'll even have they'll make it so if a fake video comes out. False narratives, it's all on the table. Look at how they immediately tried to pin the Kirk shooting on Groypers and MAGA guys. It's a MAGA shooting at MAGA? There was nothing that even indicated that he was right-wing at all. But the reports were taken, and they were disseminated that way. It was a lie, and it was meant to confuse us and make us fight each other. Did you know that? Yeah, that's what it initially came out as. Then you had people falling for this fake bullshit. Don't fall for that. Question everything. Do your own research. Don't even trust me blindly. Who says that? What kind of political speaker or commentator or whatever? Who says that? Don't trust me blindly. Do your own research. That's me telling you that. Don't believe everything I say. Do your own research. Go verify what I'm saying. Your greatest weapon is your ability to think for yourself. Also, don't get focused on one event. Like, let's say the Kirk shooting. Don't get so focused on that. Don't hyper-focus on that kind of stuff all the time, because you will miss the bigger picture. That's what I'm trying to say. It's good to analyze these things and look at them, but don't hyper-focus on big events happening. Because while we were all mourning and talking about the shooting, the government voted against releasing the Epstein files. Think about that. The machine never stops. We have to mourn and we have to be angry, but then we have to get back to work. We can't lose sight of the bigger picture, because that's what this is. It's all an information war. It's a spiritual war, a cultural war for the soul of this country. The violence and the chaos, it's all a symptom of a society that it's turned its back on everything that made it strong. Christ-like traditions, faith, family, tradition, truth. Our resistance has to be just as total. Build your local community, find your people, strengthen your family, teach your kids what's real. Be a light in the darkness. This is a time for courage, not fear, for community and not isolation. Stay strong, stay sharp, and let's get through this shit together. Thanks for watching, guys. God bless. America first. And always, Jimmy Talks out.